He is.
When are we going to see women in the UFC, man?
Never.
Anytime soon? Never?
Never. For Ronda Rousey, this is a moment for women's sports, period. Ronda's face is getting twisted. Carmouche trying to shock the world. Carmouche has got a good. She's looking for it. She got it once again. First round armbar finish for. First of all, how surreal does this feel to you right now?
Yeah, is this real life right now? I'm not sure.
But before Ronda Rousey ever stepped foot into the octagon, there was another pioneer. While Ronda cut her teeth on the judo circuit, eventually parlaying her skills to a 2008 bronze medal in the Olympics, Gina took a different route. Often in trouble, called a party girl, Gina fought in the streets in her teens and early 20s until she stumbled into an MMA dojo. Early on, trainers realized there was something special to this bad girl. Her striking was excellent. She picked up movements fast. And before long, she was debuting in Strikeforce MMA.
Gina Carano, Frank, a rematch of sorts. They fought in K1 rules. Gina Carano, Frank, a rematch of sorts. They fought in K1 rules.
That leg, followed with the knee. Nice. Ronda punching with power right.
Very few athletes in the world were busier than Ronda Rousey was between February 2014 and August 2015. She went 4-0 over that time, with her first 3 wins coming by way of knockout. She starred on The Entourage, Fast and Furious 7, and The Expendables 3. Some said she was doing too much. Some say maybe she was distracted as she prepared for a showdown with former World Championship boxer Holly Holm. Almost 2 years before Ronda Rousey would step foot in the MMA world, Gina Carano and Cris Cyborg were scheduled for the biggest fight in women's MMA history. Gina Carano, on a 7-fight winning streak, winning all 7 of her professional bouts, faced the former Thai boxer turned MMA fighter Cris Cyborg, who had also won 7 bouts in a row after losing her first bout by submission.
Cyborg quickly to jump on Gina and the takedown, but Gina she's not answering. Carano getting pounded. She better watch out. Cyborg.
Gina would precede Ronda in yet another venue. The Cyborg fight, as we know, was the last fight for Gina Carano. Immediately, she got to work. In 2009, she starred in Blood and Bone. 2 years later, she got her own feature in Haywire. She starred with The Rock, got another feature in The Blood, and right as Ronda Rousey was about to square up with Holly Holm, Gina starred in the movie The Heist with Robert De Niro. Little did Ronda know, their paths were a little more similar than she maybe had hoped for.
Rock star, Ronda Rousey, who said quite simply, fighting is her sanctuary.
Okay, guys, I had to stop for a moment because I think a lot of us have forgotten what November 2015 was like. This is one of the craziest walkouts that we have ever seen in the history of combat sports. As big as any Mike Tyson walkout, Jack Dempsey, Conor McGregor, you name it. This place was going absolutely ballistic. People were falling out of their chairs to take pictures and video of Ronda Rousey. This arena is as loud as any fight arena you have ever heard and Ronda Mania was in full effect. Not only was she the biggest female combat sport icon on the planet, she was the biggest MMA fighter on the planet. Hell, she was the biggest athlete on the planet. Only one fighter had made it past the first round, and that was on a rematch with Miesha Tate. She had submitted Kat Zingano in 14 seconds. 3 major motion pictures. Ronda Rousey was on the front of Sports Illustrated. She was on the red carpet. She was on Ellen. Nobody in the world was bigger than Ronda Rousey, and nobody expected what was about to happen next.
Go on that blitz early like we've seen pretty much in every single fight of her career.
A kickboxer holding an undefeated professional record, 9 wins, no losses. She stands the preacher's daughter, Ronda Rousey!
And cutting angles, ducking. Ronda connecting with that hand, though.
Holly, patient, trying to defend. Out. Nice job.
Boom.
Nice
Elbow. Ronda went back to her corner, exhausted.
Ducking.
Wow.
Carano's in trouble.
She's out.
Holly looking to finish. She's out.
Being able to be on the talk shows and be able to go to the Clippers game and meet people that I never would have met before.
For Ronda Rousey, there would be 13 long, dark months ahead. Holly Holm had taken her place on the red carpet, on Jimmy Fallon, on SportsCenter. She had knocked her off of the pedestal. She had become the baddest woman on the planet, and Ronda Rousey was left humiliated. She had never faced a loss like this. She had never faced a loss in MMA. She was having a hard time coping with this. She was having a hard time being a good sport about this, with Holly Holm, the snide comments about Heidi being fake nice. Ronda just secluding herself from everyone, especially the public. And she would set up a highly anticipated comeback against the Lioness, against one of the greatest women's MMA fighters of all time, Amanda Nunes.
Utilizing that reach early, mixing things up.
She tagged her.
Big combination.
It's in.
Retired from MMA? That's what everybody else seems to say. I mean, I never retired from judo. So I really want to devote 100% of my time to wrestling right now, and whatever people want to call that, they can call it. Have you followed?
It's been 10 long years since Ronda Rousey last fought in MMA. Since then, she's had a successful WWE career, married the love of her life, Travis Brown, had 2 children, and seems very happy on their family farm she calls Rousey Acres. Gina Carano, for her, it's been even longer since she's been in the cage. Since then, of course, she's had a tremendously successful movie career. 12 different feature films, including Disney's Mandalorian. Of course, she's had her issues with Disney and Lucasfilms. That's neither here nor there. But all that time, all the money, all the accolades, all the success that these 2 women had had, there was an itch that was left unscratched. And a little over a year ago, Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano shipped this fight to Dana White and the UFC. They showed no interest.
Ready to give up on me fighting again, for me to know I was coming back to fight just for me. And I think that fighting became about everybody else. Gina's the one person that ignited that fire in me again to want to be there And now I know it's just for me because everybody gave up on it.
Well, I think I have pushed myself to the place I'm at right now without having said yes to this fight. And so the depths in my soul and my body, I mean, I wouldn't have pushed it this hard unless
Going to have somebody have to bid against in the future, and the fighters are actually going to have some bargaining power. And this is part of us taking our power back.
a lot of people like to see me fight, but I think that, you know, I've never felt more close to God than I am fighting. And the impurities and all of the bullshit goes away, and you really like have yourself in there to face your opponent.
Women's fight of all time. This is the biggest MMA fight of all time. It's going to get the most views on the biggest platform, on two women who dare to dream big. And this dream is going to bring more opportunities and greater revenue share to fighters than they've ever had before. Because just me and Gina, and it's bigger than anybody on this stage. It represents an unstoppable force of change in this industry, spearheaded by the fighters themselves. Bet your ass this is the biggest MMA fight of all time, bar none.
Let me tell you what I think this fight is really about. And it's about doubt. As I mentioned, Ronda Rousey and Gina Carano took this fight to the UFC and Dana White, and he looked at it and he said, "You're too old. You can't do this anymore. You can't compete with the young women. You can't be on the big stage. You're has-beens. You don't have what it takes anymore." And on April 16th, Saturday, 2026, the Fights of Friends community also looks to redeem themselves. It's the launch of Sports with Friends, a community, not myself, not to put on my own ego, a community that was shadow banned, that was pushed down by YouTube, a community that YouTube, the mega corporations, the media said, "You can't do this. You can't be successful. We will not allow it." Just like in 2009 and 2012, people said to Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey, "You can't be successful. We will not allow it." And sometimes that's the biggest motivation of all.
Are we going to see women in the UFC, man?
Never.
Anytime soon? Never?
Never. Thank you, guys.